right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the live or watching the replay. I'm Shannon, back in Lunar Ladies land. So happy to be here. And I just want to take this moment to say thank you to everyone who has been praying, sending love and support, and calling on the angels for my mom, Donna, and myself. She has been out of the hospital she was in the hospital for 3 weeks and back and forth in ICU, had multiple surgeries and really tough time. And then she came home about 2 weeks ago. So I've been with her at home and convalescing at home, taking good care with hospice. And so she had a choice to make and to go and do a second or a major surgery to help prolong her life. And so that would mean coming off of hospice. So she's deciding to do that. And that might go into effect this week or next week. So thank you so much for all the loving kindness and joy and happiness and good thoughts and love and prayers coming our way. And we're hoping for the best moving forward, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, she's very brave. She's not feeling good, but I'm so happy to have this time together and to be available in this way so that we can share this time in her life together. So thank you so much once again, and I'm really happy to be back. I did a live in the Inner Circle, which is, if you're new to Lunar Ladies, that is the paid group where we really break down our natal charts and decode all these energetics, and we apply them personally, and we make breakthroughs, and we grow and evolve, and we get connected to our missions in life, and we fulfill them together, and we celebrate all that goodness that we're adding to the planet. So if you want to start doing that with your natal chart, right, understanding it, decoding it, breaking it down, putting it into action, I invite you to come join me in the Inner Circle. And we've lowered the price for 2020 moving forward to make it more affordable for more of the lovely, wise women in our community, so that as we work together, we can empower one another. The more, like the dolphins say, the more the merrier. So the more the people who join are able to join and do the work together, it makes it fun and easy to learn, and it gets more powerful with each person who joins. So if you want to know more about the Inner Circle, just let me know. You can comment, you can send me an email, shannon@lunarladies.com, or definitely come on over to the new space. It's off of Facebook. It's its own app. In a company called the Mighty Networks, we've created our own network called the Lunar Ladies Club. It's free to join, and you can find it at club.lunarladies.com. And all you have to do is you go over and you request to join. I think you answer one question, and then it sends you a link. So you go check your email, and you click on the magic, they call it a magic link. You click on that, and then you're in. And then you get started. You set your profile up. You can, profile pic, cover art. You identify as your sun sign, and then you start following hashtags, topics that you're interested in. You start meeting, seeing your friends there, inviting your friends over. And then you can have a special link, all your own, that you can send to friends and family to join you there with us in the Lunar Ladies Club, the free community, and then to dive in deeper and do the work. Like June's here doing the work in the Inner Circle, and that's the paid membership program where we really get into it, right, June? We get into it. And we have a lot of fun doing it. Hi, Janice. Welcome. Happy birthday, Janice. Janice had her birthday in the day out of time, and she was having a great old time at the river. I was so happy to see that. You got to hang out with Deaf and Bobs. Right on. And the trips. Yeah, that's so cool. So it looks like y'all had a great time. I'm so happy for all of you, and what a great way to spend your birthday. So happy birthday, Janice. All right, so let's get into, let's ground for a moment and take a nice deep breath together and feel that spirit of community. So if you can, go ahead and, hi Guinevere, beautiful. Did you get your report? What do you think? Can't wait to talk to you about it. Yay. So let's go ahead and before we get started with the information and insight, we'll take a nice collective breath together. A nice community, refreshing, divine breath into your beautiful self, your beautiful body, mind, and spirit. Breathing in your nose. Out your mouth. Send your awareness down to make a grounding cord at the base of your spine and send it on down into Mother Earth and that lusciousness of our divine Mother Earth. And as you ground to the center of her consciousness, send her a hello and a thank you, and she'll respond back with lots of delight. And once you feel connected and grounded, that grounding cord growing from the base of your spine down to the center of the planet, I like to imagine clicking on a release, like I flip a switch in my mind's eye. And I begin to release all that no longer serves me, right? So just go ahead and start releasing old energy. You don't need it anymore, or tension or confusion. We're in the week of action. So this is when we're making ourselves get outside of our comfort zone, and we're getting in action so we can push through old obstacles, blocks, and barriers. So just start doing that now with releasing. What's in your way? What are you struggling with? What needs to be severed, cut away, right? Archangel Michael's sword. And you can do that really easily through a grounding cord. Mother Earth takes it and she turns it into gold. All right. And at the same time, begin to feel earth energy rise to the bottom of your feet. There you go. Just bring it all the way up. Fill yourself up. There's so much. It's infinite supply. You're not taking away from anybody else. You're adding to just by doing it. And you add to the collective consciousness of humanity that reminds them that each one of us can do the same. Release and ground and fill up with the abundant energy of Mother Earth through our hearts and our awareness and our ability to be grateful. Okay, next breath. Go to the top of your head and say hello to your crown chakra, your corona, right? And see it as a 1,000-petaled crystal lotus crown. And if you feel, set it at a color, beautiful vibration. What's your vibration tonight? I'm feeling mine as a fuchsia. I like fuchsia today. So let's set our colors and then feel, see, and know cosmic energy flowing down from heaven into your crown and down all the way to your feet. And then the leftovers, the overflow, go into Mother Earth as a gift. So heavenly energy falls down, cascading through your central core, your Sushumna channel, and around you like a robe of stars and light. And then as earth energy rises up your feet and then fountains out your crown. So we have earth energy rising, heavenly energy descending. All right, so that's nice and grounded and we're connected, heaven to earth. All right, so take a nice another breath in now from this time of feeling grounded and loved by heaven and earth. All right, we're here. So when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, then we'll join back in circle. So happy to see Guinevere, Janice, Jenny, and June. All the J's and the G's represent, right? Guinevere, remember you were the OG, the original goddess, the G. What was the concert you were gonna do? I still remember your concert. I loved it. So funny. So if you don't know Guinevere, you got to get to know Guinevere because she's hilarious and she's so awesome. We spent time together in Hawaii. It was really, really, really fun. I loved spending time with you. And that was at Randina's retreat. Yeah, that was so fun. Okay, so where are we at? So we're in part 2 of a second Cancer lunar cycle. The first one started June 20th on summer solstice. And the second Cancer lunar cycle started on was it July 20th? Yeah, July 20th, 2020. All these 20s. We got another big 20 coming up in December. And so they're connected. So June 20th, July 20th, and December 20th are three markers, energetic markers, that are in play right now in ourselves and in our collective, within every person on the planet, possibly the cosmos too. It's so big. So go back to June 20th and start to see what was going on in your life and what's been coming up for you since June 20th. So this is what's starting to get activated in your personal life. Now, if you have your natal chart, which I believe all of the four ladies present do, I know Guinevere does, and I know Janice, Jenny, and Naomi do, or June do too. So we find our Cancer ruled house. So this is where we start. So June 20th, we started at 0 degrees Cancer, was the lunar cycle moment when the sun and moon came together, which initiated a solar eclipse, which was a 6-month window taking us to December 20th, right? So this is the timeline we're looking at. And we went through the first part of the Cancer season. Now, each year, there's 13 lunar cycles, and you might go, wow, how does there become 13 lunar cycles when there's only 12 zodiac signs? Well, each year, one lucky zodiac sign gets a repeat. And so this year, I think last year it was Leo. This year it's Cancer. So Cancer gets a repeat. So last week, on July 20th, we had Cancer lunar cycle number 2 started at 28 degrees Cancer. And so, hey Brittany, welcome Mama. How are you? Talking about Cancer rising. We're in the Cancer lunar cycle. I'm so happy you're in your new home. You have to tell us more about that. Congratulations. And so we have 28 degrees Cancer. So you can look in your chart and look to see where does that fall in your chart. So if you go around, you find the Cancer symbol, which is the 6 and the 9, and you look, you find that in your chart, and then you look, well, what house is that? And there should be a number either on the inside of it or the outside. So I know for Guinevere, look to the outside to find what number, and that will be the house. And we say, oh, the new moon in Cancer at 28 degrees is in my house. So like for me, it's in my 2nd house. Somebody else might be 3rd, 4th, 11th, 9th, who knows? But once you find it, you've located yourself on your own personal cosmic map. This is where you start. All right, Janice is on it. My natal Mercury is in Cancer, woo. 2nd house, 13 degrees, woo, even cooler. That's the Cyrus is 12 degrees Cancer. So you're right there. Your Mercury is in alignment, when you were born, was in alignment with the star of Sirius. And we are in the Lion's Gate right now. That started with the day out of time when Janice was born. Mercury was the messenger, sitting at Sirius, the Syrians, where the great lion beings come. So Janice, tell us what they're saying. You've got a direct line to the Syrian lion beings. You're their messenger on the planet. You're their human messenger. So wow, it's been a very intense 2020. Yes. And we haven't, actually, we've got another wave of intensity. You might already be feeling it, but it's coming from Mars. So I'm gonna make a note to talk a little bit about Mars today. So what my plan is, give you some insights over the next 20 minutes. I have the chat box open. Also the Q&A box is open. If you want to ask a question, I'll answer questions at the end. If you want to ask a question about your chart or what do I do with this info, I'm going to save some time at the end, the last 15 minutes. All right, so think of some good questions. All right, so we find ourselves on our map. So I'm giving you an idea what we do in the inner circle. Now, in the community, the free community, Lunar Ladies Club, the lifestyle group on Facebook is transitioning over to the website club.lunarladies.com, which is an app of the Mighty Network. So you download a free app, You join the network, and then you get exposed to all this cool stuff. All right, June has found herself on her cosmic map, her natal chart. Jupiter, oh, here we go, Jupiter in Cancer. Retrograde, meaning unresolved issues from another lifetime. So it's outside of this life, in another time where we reach through the veils to connect to that past life memory. 6th house, house of service, right? Being of service to others, healer. At 4 degrees. Ooh, got initiated in the last or first Cancer lunar cycle in June, which is still getting formulated, getting a beautiful embrace. Jupiter is the expansion, right? So I feel like June, you've been doing a lot of expanding of your nurturing, healing call, right? And we've been talking about that in the inner circle, where June's been sharing with us like major breakthroughs. Major breakthroughs. Jenny says, my Cancer is empty in the 8th house, but across from my sun, yes, Capricorn sun, and Mercury Capricorn in the 2nd house. So you have this nice octave happening there. So Jenny, you can also check your 4th house and see what's going on there. Any planets in your 4th house, or you can look to your moon to see what's going on and how this is aspecting to what's happening. But you can definitely work on your Capricorn sun, because guess what? This is what we learn in the inner circle. But whatever your sun sign is, go to the exact opposite point in your chart, so the opposite sign at that degree, and they call that your earth sign. So I'm going to let Jenny know. Jenny, your earth sign is in Cancer. So your earth self is getting activated. All right. Janice says, I want to get another solar return chart from you. Oh, yay. I would love that too. Last year's report was on fire. Oh, so that's awesome. I'm so happy. Definitely. So Janice, there's a coupon. 20% off. Leo 20. So if you go to lunarladies.com, go to offerings, find solar return, add to cart, and it says apply coupon, then you say Leo 20, apply, and it goes and gives you a discount. Happy birthday. I would love to see your solar return as well. Nice. All right. You're so welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. Happy birthday. Okay. So now we've got this, we know where we are with this cycle that's in play over the next 6 months. Where is it in your chart? Got Cancer planets. So we're starting to get deeper. I like to say, I like to put the natal chart to me as like a microscopic slide of your soul. And I put it into the microscope and I focus it. So now we've got the slide in the microscope and we're focusing now. We're getting deeper into each of our charts. Okay, so now, that was last week, July 20th, Cancer season. Cancer, a new moon. Now, what do we do this week? This is our week of action. Right? So we're going to get into action. Now, you can go to lunarladies.com and read this week, and you can look at this week's blog post that talks about the Scorpio energetics for this week, as well as the new moon of last week, to give you some, it's a good story there. No, I'm going to give you the highlights. So this is when we start to slay, right? We've got our sword and we're slaying, things that don't work in our life anymore. Like Scorpio's like, don't tread on me, right? Transform or die in a figurative sense. So Scorpio, let's talk about Scorpio, because it's also a water element sign, and it's the depths, the deep, deep, deep bottomless ocean or bottomless well. It takes us all the way into the underworld, the shadow work. So that's the energetic that we can access most powerfully this week is Scorpio. So now you're in your Cancer ruled house. You're going to go 90 degrees or 3 houses away. Now we're in Leo, so it's 4 houses away from Cancer. And so find your Scorpio house. All right, what's up with Jenny? Yeah, my moon, Uranus, and rising are all in a row in Scorpio. Bing, 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 bing. And what's the 8th house ruled by? Bing, 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 Scorpio. So now you pull in that first house, Scorpio, Uranus, moon, and your rising, and then you're going to duplicate that in the 8th house with a Cancer lens or filter, nurturing, mother, maternal. Take all that Scorpio. So now, since Jenny found her Scorpio ruled house, and it probably starts in your 12th house, exactly. That's where this first quarter moon is this week. So go find your Scorpio ruled house, and that's where you're going to go, okay, this is where I take what was happening in my Cancer house, and I'm going to use my Scorpio energy to bust through blocks. Now, Scorpio, it's very interesting when it becomes a waxing first quarter moon, meaning it's moved 90 degrees away from the sun, and it's like it's pushing, and it's also a timeout, right? How do I like build up energy to bust through and like clear my space, right? Clear. Hey, Teresa, welcome, beautiful. Thanks for being here. Yay! I didn't see you sneak in there. Welcome. So now we're going to use Scorpio power, underworld, right? So Scorpio says, how do I feel at the deepest level? Deep level. So Scorpio energy is I desire, passion. And that comes from the deep inside me of what is it that I truly feel the most deeply about, right? And not everybody gets privy to that. That could be the house of secrets. Like, who can I trust? Have I been betrayed? Do I feel vulnerable? Do I have a hard time trusting? That's when you know your Scorpio energy says, I need a little attention. Take me to the hospital. I need to transform this energy because it's blocking and keeping me more in an underworld hidden state. And I need to come out with all this passion and desire and freedom, liberation. Okay. So the first quarter Scorpio moon has a name, and it's called Executioner. Zoom! We're not fooling around this week. This week we got to be like judge, jury, and get rid of this. What is like the stuff, the noise in our space. All right, Janice, what you come up with? Scorpio is in Janice's 6th house. Just like June, she had Cancer in her 6th house. House of service. Mars, warrior, ancient ruler of Scorpio. South node, woo, unwinding past life patterns. Ooh, South node is activated this week for you, Janice. Neptune, the mystic. Woo, intense feelings for sure. So apply Scorpio energy from my 8th house, right, Teresa, your Aries rising, to the planets that sit in my Cancer house. Yes, that's right. Ooh, Guinevere got it. She's also an Aries rising and an Aries sun. You and Teresa got to get together. Yeah, so you would look at your Cancer ruled house, Teresa. That's what's in play for this energetic of the lunar cycle, because we're in a Cancer lunar cycle, part 2. It started June 20th. So I want you to go all the way back to June 20th, Teresa, and kind of look what's been happening in my life, what's standing up, what's coming, wants to be worked out. And now this week is when we have the most energy to do the work. This week and the full moon week. Yeah, right? Some good stuff coming up. And so Scorpio's going to say, you know what? I am really brave. I'm going to go down to the shadow. I'm going to get that shadow energy up. I want to see what's down there. Because Cancer says, I need nurturing. I need to rebirth myself. I need to call upon that internal divine mother energy to just embrace humanity and the planet and give it a hug, right? But first, Scorpio says, we got to clear away some of the dross. Like there's some BS out here that doesn't fly. So we need, Big Mama in the house to come clear stuff out through Scorpio by, lifting up rugs, opening up closets, looking at the bones rattling, right? We want to get that stuff out of there. So we have a lot of help this week because of how things have lined up. Now remember 2020 is a 4, right? 20 plus 20, 40, 4 plus 0, 4. And so this Scorpio week starts at 4 degrees Scorpio. So another 4. So that magical power of 4, which wants to create a foundation block. Yes, constellation Scorpio is high in the night sky right now. Ooh, nice call, Janice. Like it. Nice. Very cool. Jenny says, Mother is strong this year. Mother Mary, Earth Mother, right? Mama energy is very powerful. I think that's kind of this wave of the 2020, why it's so intense, is that there's this other frequency of Divine Mother, which she's not meek. She's powerful. The Divine Feminine is powerful, has multiple faces, right? And sometimes she got to show up on the scene as Mama Bear and roar. So everybody like calms down and like sits up and takes notice and says, oops, don't eat me, sorry. And she's like, there, that's better. Everybody stop the crazy, pay attention, listen to Mama, we'll be all right. So kind of have a little bit of this Mama Bear like coming out to like get everybody's attention. Then we can come back and chill out and find out what we need to do, right? To help ourselves and each other. Okay, so Scorpio at 4 degrees, so we have becomes executioner, and then it's in the lunar mansion called the sword, right? So to me, that's Archangel Michael. So utilize, call upon him. He can't help you unless you call him to clear, cut cords, sword, clear away like old energy that's dragging you down or keeping you in the underworld or in the shadow of vulnerability, fear, chaos, yuck, right? We want to clear that away. We have permission to do that. You don't have to live on suffering street, right? You don't have to bring your energy down to meet other people who are living in misery. You want to say, you know, I'm going to cut our connection to misery. Let me go out here, raise my vibration, and then you see what I'm doing, and then you raise your vibration, and we come up here. But sometimes if one's down here and we're still like connected and we keep getting dragged down, we got to say, I love you, but we rise up, and then you stay with me, and you rise until we're here, and then we can reconnect at a higher level, right? June says, I had to jump ahead and go opposite my Scorpio ruled 10th house, right? June's Aquarius rising. She jumps ahead. I love her for that. Thank you for jumping ahead. Which is 4th house, ruled by Taurus, and we're my Chiron wounded healer. Yes, Sedna, retrograde. So again, this is coming so easy for me to shut it and shut it, do, and turn it around and put it right. Mama Bear is right. Boom, June's in the house. I love it. Can I be on June's team? Please? I want to be on June's team. I missed you ladies so much. This is so fun. Hi Maggie, welcome, beautiful. We get to talk tomorrow. I'm so excited. Thanks for being here. All right, so Scorpio energy. So we've got Archangel Michael, the sword. Use the sword this week. If something's getting to you, getting under your skin, getting a little like, not, Mama, don't play like that. Sword, shoom. It's with love, of course, because you can't get your work done if people unconsciously, they know not what they do sometimes, and they drag us down. That's okay. We just say, I love you, but boom, let's recalibrate. We do some transform energy, and then together we rise. Right? I love it. So we have one more thing, one more helper this week. So Teresa has been inspiring me to reconnect to human design. So human design is another modality that includes multiple modalities. And it includes astrology, the I Ching, and something else. So Teresa, I've been doing, I have this, let me see if I can show you. I think it's right here. So I have this calendar. You can get an ephemeris every year. So it's a pocket calendar, but you open it up, and this is a mandala. And the mandala is all the gates of human design. There's 64, and all the zodiac signs. So now I can find out what gate is active each week, so we could do our work with another layer of power. I love this. I'm so into it. And I have this book that a friend gave me, Julie. It's a great book, Understanding Human Design, Karen Curry. So we are in the gate of called the struggle, right? And I'm like, the struggle is real. But we have tools. We have Scorpio energy that says, I come to transform through my desire and my passion. I transform and I take my power back. Second tool, I have Archangel Michael ready to lend me his sword or to do it with me. I call him into action and to help me, protect me and clear energy, cut old cords so I can send him down the grounding cord and let Mother Earth transform it into gold. Then I have the gate 58, which is called the struggle. And the struggle says, hey, are you struggling? Look to where you might be struggling. Where's the struggle at? Because that's where you use the sword, cut through. You use Scorpio, transform, right? So this is a really powerful week to do some transform energy. And all you really need to do, how I would do it, or how I am doing it, and how I'm teaching you how to do it in the inner circle, is to find your Scorpio ruled house. And then we look to say, am I struggling in this place? What's the struggle, right? And some of us, like June, it's already come up in her space. So she's like, I've already identified it and I'm already on it. It's Tuesday. I'm doing it, right? We have all the way till next Sunday. So this is perfect time to just simply start to tune in. You don't have to know everything about your chart and know astrology language, all of that. That's what the inner circle does. That's what we talk about and share and learn and process and work it out together. Really what I want you to do is start to tune into like, am I struggling in my life? Right? And if you say, and it could be like a little bit, right? Yeah, this part is a little uncertain or unsure. I feel a little fear or afraid, or I get so angry, right? Or I feel so frustrated. That's what you want to put your attention onto that and start to investigate. Put that under your microscope and start focusing the lens and go, well, what is that? Then you call in angels and guides, power animals. Can you look at this with me? Right? The divine is just waiting for us to be called. Right? We need some divine intervention. I do it all every day. Can you look at this with me? Right? Because remember, our life is a tool of teaching. So if we look at our life and we go, okay, something negative, adverse, obstacle, struggle comes in, and it's our teacher to help us shift, change, grow, and evolve on our eternal journey back to the sun, right? Around the cosmos. So we want to start to reframe things in our mind to everything is working out better than I can imagine. I'm always in the right place at the right time. And from that place, I see my life again. And if I have obstacles and adversity and struggle and intensity, then I go, okay, now is my week to do something about it. Look at my tools. I have a sword. I have Archangel Michael. I've got the executioner on the ready. Just call me up. What needs to go? Shoom, right? And I got my grounding cord. I'll send it down. And I have my map, my natal chart that says, oh, well, according to this map, it's happening in this house for me. So it helps you find your way in the vastness of space to do your work and to enjoy the journey or the process of transformation. Right? We figured it out. We've got the formula. And then what we're doing in the inner circle is we're putting the formula to test. We're putting it into action. We're saying, let's try this out, see what happens. And then when the energy starts to move, then we feel rewarded. We feel oh my God, things are happening. And June and Kelly Michelle, yesterday, we do, instead of this is a webinar setting that we do in the community. But when you're in the inner circle, we do it as a meeting. So we have all our little faces. So we talk and we're together and we're in a round table circle. Right? Come on back, Brittany, when you can into the inner circle. We've shape-shifted it. It's really starting now that as things start to shift and change for the better, hopefully for Mama and me, it's going to keep blossoming. So yeah, the Inner Circle Roundtable group meeting, all our faces, got our charts, asking questions, learning from each other, celebrating and supporting. It's awesome. I really love it. It's one of my favorite places in the whole universe. It only gets better with each person that joins. Okay, and Maggie just joined too, so we're getting Maggie up to speed. Right, Maggie? You're like, yeah. She's like, I got my chart, got my stuff, I'm doing really good. So proud. So June and Kelly Michelle yesterday were sharing, like, you know, their story of what has happened in their life since alignment. Right, June? They were talking, and they both separately used that word. Oh my gosh, I'm in my alignment, and oh my God, doors are flying open. I never expected it. It's happening so fast. Like every time June turns around, something new's coming. That's great. She's just like, I'm just going with it. And yesterday, June, you said, you just have to have a tiny, you know, mustard seed of faith, and it'll see you through, get you there. Right? Isn't that great? I'm just so happy for them. And then one of my greatest joys is that I get to celebrate and watch all this happen. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, look at them go. So beautiful. That's like my thing, is I get to say, like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Your life is so beautiful. And that just, like, that's my purpose, is to help you get to your purpose. And I get to go, look, you are so beautiful. Yeah, mustard seed of faith, right? That keeps coming up for me too, June. All I need, that's all I need. So that's been my 2020 mantra, has been, I'm always in the right place at the right time, especially when I don't feel that way. I go, okay, wait a minute, I'm freaking out. Okay, wait, I'm always in the right place at the right time. I have to say it a couple of times so I kind of believe it. So I say it like 10 times. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I'm divinely guided. I'm always in the right place at the right time. And then I add to it, that's one bookend. The second bookend is, and everything is working out better than I can imagine. Everything is working out better than I can imagine. So take those mantras if you like those, you resonate, or write your own, but have at least two. One that starts you off to get you kind of like recentered, and the second one that goes, yeah, that's my ground, that's my faith, that's my mustard seed. I can stay in this lane. So sometimes we only have one, but then we have this other door that's kind of open. I say, get a second one. So you stay in your lane, right? Focus. Brittany's working on her mantras. Love it. Good, Brittany. Yeah, because once we find something that speaks to us, then we speak it to ourselves. And we start to, that becomes like an anchor, especially during 2020 when things are in a massive state of change. And you have to almost, like Janice, you could probably speak to this too. When you're in the river, are we clinging to the rock? Or are we just like, hey, we're just gonna let ourselves go and let the current take us, right? As long as there's no boulders, because then you gotta get away from those, right? Or have your feet out so you could push off of it, right? But if you're clinging to the rock and the river's moving so fast, so powerful, you're gonna tire yourself out trying to cling to something that's known. But if you have enough faith, have enough belief and understanding and a way of looking at your life or understanding yourself, you can let go just a little bit more each day and allow the current to take you. Especially when you trust. Scorpio, that's our work this week. What do I trust? I trust myself. Oh, what is it about myself? Oh, my divine connection, or I'm working with my guides, angels, power animals, whatever form that is, your connection to source. Build that trust so that you can let go and come into the center and enjoy the ride. And we don't have to know what's happening, right? That's part of my thing. Is like, well, just tell me what's going to happen so I know what to do. It's like, well, how about you just trust to know that you'll know exactly what to do in the moment that you need to know it, and you'll do it. Okay? So it takes a tremendous amount of faith and trust and belief in oneself. So if you're feeling like, wow, I could really like up my game a little bit, or fill more up on that light, make that your week of action plan. Right? fill up that light. So when dark times come, or confusion, uncertainty, what's happening, it's not in my control anymore. You have enough light within yourself, your understanding of the world, and your belief in goodness and grace, and let that light your way. All right, Janice, what's up, girl? I feel as if my body is physically changing, as well as my gifts are growing stronger. Yes, sister, I love it. The river is a spiritual being. Yes, so profound. Was profound energy. Oh, love to hear more about that. So I know the river of which Janice speaks. We used to spend a lot of time at that river, the Salmon River up north in California. It's so beautiful. I remember this one. I'm going to do a quick little story, and then if anybody has questions, what else that you need to focus on, because we're moving towards the full moon on Monday, Aquarius full moon, friendship moon, yay, spiritual community moon. But I remember, Janice, we were in the river at some point. We're all just like, it wasn't as fast moving, so we could actually spend more time, because usually we jump in and the current would take you and then you jump out before you get set down. Right? But I just remember there was a moment I was in the river, and I was just kind of like able to feel the power of the river moving through me, like this energy. And I felt so purified by the river. Oh, it was so, I never will forget that. I can go in my mind. I should go there more often. Spiritual being. I love that. Yeah, I believe that too. Yeah, rivers are, I love the ocean, but rivers, man. Maybe because I'm named after a river. I love them. Yeah, the power of water. And here we are in Scorpio, a water element sign. And as it moves, and let me tell you, there's no stopping a river. It takes a dam to stop a river, right? Rivers can break through it. Just add some more water and it breaks through everything. And water is the most, according to the laws of physics on this planet, water is the most powerful solvent. It dissolves everything over time. It dissolves everything. Water is magical. And here we have this magical substance that moves. We call it a river, and it's a spiritual being, and it's conscious. Isn't that cool? We could spend all day talking about rivers. Brittany says, we literally live next to the Columbia River. Are you kidding me? That is so cool. Lucky you. Maybe that's your baby's name. River. Jenny says, I love rivers and waterfalls. And waterfalls, they are in rivers. Yes, so beautiful, right? Where the fairies live. Oh my goodness. Hey, Kelly Michelle, welcome. We were just talking about you. So nice to have you here. Totally, we were talking about the inner circle. You and June were sharing your amazing stories of alignment and breakthroughs, and how your life is shifting so quickly because of this alignment vibration that you've rediscovered in yourself. Oh, of course you popped in at 444. Okay, so 4° Scorpio, lunar week, 2020 and 4. And also part of 2020, this is a little tidbit. So what's that saying? Hindsight is 2020. So part of 2020, because remember when it's intense. But what's it doing? It's like a river. It's like water. It's dissolving the past to a point where we are just going to become the river that's in motion now. So old structures dissolving, coming down. So hindsight is 2020. So as you move through the next 6 months, because we're now through 2020 or December 20th is when there's going to be another huge, major culmination point from what's happening since June 20th, as well as the Pluto-Saturn conjunction of January 12th. 2020, we're just getting started. So one of the things you can do for yourself is go hindsight. Okay, who am I today looking at some issue in your life, and let it be like something you've struggled with, because we're in the week that gate is open. The floodgate of the struggle is open. So we have that in human design, Kelly Michelle, the gate is called the struggle. So we look to go, okay, where am I struggling, or where have I struggled? And, find it in your Scorpio ruled house, because that's where it's going to be the easiest to see this week because of the energy. And so we look back, hindsight, and then you can acknowledge, wow, I've come so far. I've grown, I've evolved, I've shifted, I've changed, I've transformed. What would new me say about this to old me, right? So that would help kind of dissolve things. Hindsight is 20/20. So whatever that means for you, like what comes up for you, like what is it that you now can see much more clearly because you have hindsight? That's what 2020 is about. What can I see more clearly? And also we can see, well, what do I need to let go of? What do I not wish to take into the future? And the future is now. We're creating the future this year. That's why things are going crazy, falling apart, and violence and crazy things happening, and people standing up and in the streets and voicing their beliefs and their passions, and they want things to change, and no more of this, no justice, no peace, right? We want justice. Now, the only thing I want to say about the no justice, no peace, yes, that needs to be said, felt, heard, known, seen, acknowledged. But I just want to take the no's out as we move forward, when it's time. Because what do we want? We want justice and we want peace. So part of the law of attraction is focus on what you want instead of reiterating what you don't want. Right? So we want to hopefully help our brothers and sisters make that jump worldwide so that we can get to what we want and put all that wonderful power and passion into what we want. But first, I understand, yes, we have to verbalize what we don't want and what we're not standing for anymore and what no longer works. And then let that start dismantling. And what's happening is it's freeing the energy. We take the energy and we put it into the hopper. Scorpio transformation, fires, purification. And we can let it come out the other side. Hindsight 20/20. What have we learned? Where are we going as a society, as a group, as a community, into a place that's brighter and better? Aquarius, hopes and dreams. So as we shift and change and witness, a lot of us are here to bear witness. Some of us are here to be in it. Some of us are here to be affected by it. And then what can we do on, just holding space for something higher to come in? Uh-oh, Brittany got a light bulb moment. I love it. Hindsight says, you go, yeah. Oh, that's right. You go, that's right. Keep going. No justice. No, yes, right? No, N-O-K-N-O-W. That's crown chakra, knowledge. Knowledge. We want to have crown chakra peace and justice, right? And that's why they gave us a virus, our corona, our crown. But we say thank you for pointing out how powerful this space is. And I'm going to take the virus and I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to purify my mind to get to my higher mind. And I'm going to realize that my immunity is very a powerful tool. And I will observe the rules. I will pay attention. I will do my best. But I will also light up this world from inside out. So if you're feeling any fear around what the talk of the town is of late, allow yourself to feel what you feel, that's Scorpio, and then take the next step, transform it, and bring it back into gold, right? The highest vibration you can connect to. And then connect to that vibration and feel it, transform to it. And then if you feel like, wow, I can up it again. So keep remembering as you deal with all the stuff happening in the world, just keep asking yourself, how can I raise my vibration today? What will raise my vibration? Sometimes it's little cucumber juice. Sometimes I just need to go sit under a tree. wow, sometimes I'm going to reach out and, oh, my friend is suffering. I heard she's not doing good on Facebook. I'm going to do something. I'm going to pray, or I'm going to send her a little note, or, everything is powerful at this time, right? We are so protected. No fear. That's right, Teresa. I love it. No fear. This is the test. We are in a spiritual initiation in 2020. Are we going to live our life in fear? Or can we acknowledge that fear and transform it to love and live our life in love, right? Not with spiritual bypassing or blindness. We see it, we feel it, we acknowledge it, and then we transform it, right? And turn that vibration into something that we can build with, make it useful. And coming from our knowingness, right, Kelly, Michelle? Our knowledge. Crown chakra. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Oh, I need to get back to you, my friend. Yours truly has been quite busy. Busy, like helping mom, of course, that's a physical thing, but the emotional aspect is way more intense. Give me the physical anytime, but the emotional part has been tough. And I just want to wrap up with our lovely joining together today to say thank you once again for everybody who has been sending love and prayers and gifts and surprises and joy my way, and praying for my mom. Just a quick update. She was in the hospital for 3 weeks and came home to be in hospice because she lost circulation in her right leg as a result of multiple blood clots and surgeries. And so she had a decision to make, and she's deciding to do more intervention. So she's going most likely to have a major surgery done either at the end of this week or beginning next week. And so, yeah, that's her decision. So she's leaving hospice to go into this next step of the journey. And we just both want to say thank you for all the love and attention and prayers and holding sacred space for her and for me, and just holding the fort down in the community. Well, I was like this, like a deer in the headlights of like, oh my God, this is scary stuff. Right. Thank you, Teresa, the green wave of light. Thank you, everybody. The heart chakra. Speaking of the heart chakra, I want to invite you to go attend. Kelly Michelle is doing a heart chakra meditation workshop today at 6 o'clock. Right, Kelly? So do you want to give us a little info in the chat, or if there's a website, or maybe to your Facebook group? That's at 6 o'clock, so in an hour. So go have some dinner, go take a walk, go say hi to the trees, look up to the sky, say hi to the clouds, or watch the sunset. And then if you have time, come on back and join Kelly Michelle for her heart chakra meditation workshop, because she got the download and she will share it with you. But the heart chakra, where it's at, right? Especially in 2020 or the whole decade, is a heart chakra heart chakra decade, right, Kelly? So Kelly, you'll post a link to the ladies. Yay, good job. So definitely catch Kelly Michelle's heart chakra meditation workshop today. She's so generous. She offers it to you from her heart to yours, and it's really powerful. And I seen Kelly Michelle's chart. She knows what she's talking about. Right, Maggie? Yeah, so if I can make it back at 6, I will be there. But if not, I will definitely catch the replay. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Now, this is what we're going to be doing in the new network space. So if you haven't come over yet to club.lunarladies.com, go there this week, make this action step, and request to join. It's free, and then you can download the app. The app comes from Mighty Network, so we have a Mighty Network called the Lunar Ladies Club, and same thing like the lifestyle group. It's free. Come over, download the app on your phone, or you can go on your laptop or computer, either way. And then there's profiles, there's all kinds of wonderful things, and then we're going to be doing this more through Zoom over to there. It's a really lovely, fresh space that's ours. So it's completely ours. It's our sanctuary, our Lunar Ladies Club Spa. So we don't have the energy of Facebook in the way of all the things that happen on Facebook. You know, it's a business that has to run ads and all kinds of stuff, but we wanted a free space where you don't have that. So join us over there. And then if you're ready to do some deeper work on yourself, that's where the inner circle comes in. And we work together with the lens of our natal chart. And we understand it, we put it into action, and we get find our alignment so that our lives can start flowing in a really powerful way. And then you've got lots of wonderful sisters who are already there doing it, and they've been practicing, so they're like on the ready to help you out. Just like Teresa, when she was in the club, she was like, oh, I got this questions answered. A really good student. So if you'd like to take that on, feel free. So if you haven't joined us yet in the lifestyle group, we talk every Tuesday now, Tuesdays at 4 in the free community space. And I call it Let's Talk Tuesday. So you get some information, insight on to how to work with the energy and what's going on. And then Mondays, we make it happen Monday in the inner circle, which we do a meeting, a Zoom meeting with our plan of action for the week, looking at our charts, ask questions, and we work together in a circle. All right, and of course, much more. So have a beautiful evening. Thanks so much for joining for Let's Talk Tuesday. I'll be back next week, hopefully, at 4 o'clock, and I'll post the Zoom link to join us. And if you're in come over to the club.lunarladies.com, and then you get notified through your cell phone. You can do it all through your cell phone, iPad, or desktop. Okay. Yay, so happy to be learning more too, Guinevere. I can't wait with your magical Aries self. Now that I see your chart, oh my God. Totally. I totally see the mudras, you doing healing mudras for people. Communities too. You're big. You're big. Hot stuff. Right? Hot stuff, Guinevere. All right. Have a beautiful evening. Hey, Nikki Moondog. So happy to see you. So I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Feel free to comment, or I'm not as good getting back to Facebook message, but you can always send me an email, shannon@lunarladies.com, if you want to know more about what's going on, need a reading, or you want to join the inner circle, have some questions. We have a 2-week free trial, so you can join. Don't pay anything. Check it out. If you like it, stay, and then your membership starts. Okay. Have a beautiful night, ladies. Love you. Thank you so much for everything again. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.